Greetings, I am Mr. Grimreaper 2 with the one and only Dark Knight 987, and welcome everybody to another edition of Back in Time. Tonight, well, it's a little late. It's a little late, but better late than never. I'm gonna give you guys my review, our review actually, for last year's most greatest controversial freaking film you've ever seen in your life. This is for Joker. Now, last year, this movie came out. There was a lot of problems with the film. There was a lot of controversy. Let's just say that from people saying that this film would cause other people to be like the asshole in Aurora. But you know, the whole controversy I think was bullshit. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we're going to touch on that. And also, if you're wondering, well, we was really well. We tried, but there were some circumstances that prevented us from finishing it. So we're going to do a retry, and we're going to go for it. So bear with us.
Yeah. So, excuse me, guys. Oh, sorry, guys. So we are going to talk about Joker. Finally, after a whole year of not being able to talk about it, we're going to talk about this movie. Definitely. Now, this film was directed by Todd Phillips. This film was produced and co-written by Todd Phillips. This film was also co-produced by Bradley Cooper, Emma Tillingen-Koskoff. This film was also co-written by Scott Silver. The film stars Joaquin Phoenix, Robert De Niro, Zazie Beetz, and Francis Conroy. And we are going to go through the movie. There's going to be a lot of spoilers. So if you have not seen Joker yet, please get off this video, go watch it, and come back. Because there's going to be a lot of spoilers. Not to mention, we're going to talk about the controversy involving this movie as well.
Right.
So, alright, so let's begin. In 1981, party clown and aspiring stand-up comedian Arthur Fleck lives with his mother Penny in Gotham City. Gotham is rife with crime and unemployment, leaving swaths of the population disenfranchised and impoverished. Arthur suffers from a medical disorder that causes him to laugh at inappropriate times. He depends on social services for medication. After a gang of delinquents attacks Arthur in an alley, his co-worker Randall gives him a gun for protection. Arthur pursues a relationship with his neighbor, single mother Sophie Dumont, and invites her to his upcoming stand-up routine at a nightclub. While entertaining at a children's hospital, Arthur's gun falls out of his pocket. Randall lies that Arthur bought the gun himself, which is bullshit because he was the one that gave it to him.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah. And Arthur is fired for it. On the subway, still in his clown makeup, Arthur is beaten by 3 drunken Wayne Enterprises businessmen. He shoots 2 in self-defense and executes the 3rd. The killings are condemned by billionaire mayor candidate Thomas Wayne. That name should ring a bell. Who calls those envious... Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little while. Who calls those envious of more successful people clowns. Demonstrations against Gotham's rich begin with protesters donning clown masks in Arthur's image. Funding cuts shutter the social service program, leaving Arthur without his medication. Sophie attends Arthur's stand-up routine, which goes poorly. He laughs uncontrollably and has difficulty delivering his jokes. Popular talk show host Murray Franklin mocks Arthur by showing clips from the comedy routine on his show. Arthur intercepts a letter written by Penny to Thomas, alleging that he is Thomas's illegitimate son.
Whoa, boy.
That surprised the hell out of me too. But
Oh yeah.
and berates his mother for hiding the truth. Arthur goes to Wayne Manor, where he meets Thomas's young son Bruce, but flees after a scuffle with the family butler Alfred Pennyworth. Following a visit from 2 Gotham City Police Department detectives investigating Arthur's involvement in the train murders, Penny suffers a stroke and is hospitalized. At a public event, Arthur confronts Thomas, who tells him that Penny is delusional and not his biological mother. In denial, Arthur visits Arkham State Hospital and steals Penny's case file. The file says Penny adopted Arthur as a baby and allowed her abusive boyfriend to harm them both. However, Penny says that Thomas used his influence to fabricate the adoption to hide their affair. Distraught, Arthur returns home and enters Sophie's apartment unannounced. Frightened, Sophie tells him to leave. The relationship was merely a figment of Arthur's imagination. The following day, Arthur kills Penny at the hospital. Arthur is invited to appear on Murray's show due to the unexpected popularity of his comedy routine clips. As he prepares, Arthur is visited by Randall and a fellow ex-colleague, Gary. Arthur murders Randall, but leaves Gary unharmed for treating him well in the past. En route to the studio, Arthur is pursued by the 2 detectives on a train filled with clown protesters. One detective accidentally shoots a protester and incites a riot, allowing Arthur to escape. Before the show goes live, Arthur requests Murray introduce him as Joker, a reference to Murray's previous mockery. Arthur walks out to applause, but starts telling morbid jokes, confesses to the train murders, and rants about how society abandons the downtrodden and mentally ill. When Murray criticizes him, Arthur shoots him in the head and is arrested as the riots break out across Gotham. One rioter corners the Wayne family in an alley and murders Thomas and his wife Martha, sparing Bruce. Ring any bells? Rioters in an ambulance crash into the police car, carrying Arthur, freeing him. He stands atop the car, dancing to the cheers of the crowd. At Arkham, Arthur laughs to himself about a joke and tells the psychiatrist she would not understand it. He runs from orderlies, leaving behind a trail of bloody footprints. Descending Joker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so let's talk about this movie in a nutshell. You have no idea what is real and what's not. You have no idea. Is Arthur's mind playing tricks on him, or is it real life? You have no idea. This is what many other people talked about as well too. But yeah, you don't know what's dream and what's not. The whole thing between him and Sophie was the whole thing between him and Sophie was all in his head. And there's a lot of stuff, and there was a lot of stuff that went along with this. As you guys remember, there was an incident that occurred back in 2012, a mass shooting that occurred during the screening of Dark Knight Rises, where an asshole who was trying to look like Joker came and killed, and just pulled the trigger on everybody in the theater. And when this movie came out and was met with controversy from the alt-right from Donald Trump's little pussy faggot boyfriends, the alt-right, and the far left and stuff like that. So this movie gained a lot of notoriety for what happened, for how controversial this film really was.
Yeah.
This film, Joaquin Phoenix won an Academy Award for this movie. But yeah, this whole thing dealt with mental health care, and stuff like that. So, but what did you think? What did you think, dude, about the whole thing? What did you think about Joker?
Well, at the end of the movie, because I was like, that was this guy who turned into the Joker, what his life was before then, and dealing with the mental and stuff like that, that's a lot of it's a lot of crazy stuff. When it comes to big mental illness or mental illnesses and stuff, I mean, and of course, when mental is with the brain and deals with all that kind of stuff. And Joaquin Phoenix played it really good, but he's kind of freaking me out with the laughing and the way he killed the talk show host, the boom, and the way he killed Penny. He smothered her with a pillow. My God, that's how I was like, what?
Yeah, and what did I tell you guys? What did I fucking tell you when I did my reaction last year? That motherfucker Murray was gonna get his in the end. He was gonna get his ass handed to him in the end. I knew it. Yeah. I knew it from the very beginning of Joker to the very end. That son of a bitch was gonna get his. I knew it. Yeah. And that shit, dude, my God, that shit, when he pulled the trigger on that dude, on Robert De Niro's character, that shocked the fuck out of me. And that made me almost piss my pants because he is psychotic. Arthur Fleck is psychotic in his mind. He is you don't know what's real with him, and you have no idea what the hell is imaginary with him.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly.
Especially with the the mental issues that he has in his head. Me and Knight, we have mental issues. I have depression and anxiety. He has Tourette syndrome. This is the first time I've talked about this. Well, actually, this is not the first time I've talked about this, but this is the first time we have discussed this together about mental issues. I'm not gonna go out and shoot somebody and say, oh, and somebody's gonna say, oh, he was crazy. He was crazy. He was out of his mind when he did it. I'm not gonna go shoot somebody because I'm not that stupid and I'm not crazy. I'm not that crazy. I'm not crazy at all, to be honest. I have mental issues though. I have social issues. Just like Knight does. He's there to tell you. Am I gonna go out and go kill somebody? No. Is he gonna go out and go kill somebody? No. Is it gonna be and then I want to talk about this too, the video games aspect. He plays shooter games, I play shooter games. He plays wrestling games, I play wrestling games. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Of course not.
That doesn't mean, because we play those fucking games, that doesn't mean we're gonna hurt somebody. So the government wants to say, oh, because you play video games, you're gonna be it's a harmful thing for somebody. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. Because how are you gonna hurt somebody? You're not gonna hurt anybody. The people that you need to look at the most. The people that you need to look at the most is the psychotic ones, the real psychotic ones. It's the real psychotic people that have automatic weapons in their house. Their freaking parents have automatic weapons in their fucking houses. Those are the fuckers that you need to look at. Not video game people that love playing video games and stuff like that. And that's what basically this is. People talking shit, saying that this movie was going to cause violence. That this movie is going to cause freaking violence. It's not going to cause anything. It's a freaking movie. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's
all it is. It's a freaking movie. But what is your take on that, man?
Yeah, like Rick said, it's just a movie. And like you were saying, I have the Tourette and ADHD, but I'm not going to go out and cause fun to anybody. Yeah, I may have those issues. And I may play video games, I like food with times, but you don't see me doing that either. But, this is just a movie. And, of course, you just focus on that, on the mental, that kind of thing, but it's just a movie. You have to give it a chance. I made the controversy on all this stuff. I understand. I get it. It has happened, all these mass shootings and all that. But, yeah, this is just a movie, and you have to really see for yourself. You have to enjoy it, and you have to give it a chance. Because it's just a lot of things, controversy is not this film. And so you say, come on. But hey, again, just give it a chance. You gotta see for yourself how the movie was. Like I said before, it does focus on on his mental stuff. And again, about the whole situation with that guy, his co-worker giving him the gun. There's one thing I hate is a lie.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. Randall got what he deserved because this dude lied. This dude sat there and lied to that boss, saying, "Oh, he didn't give Arthur nothing." Bullshit. We saw, as the audience, you son of a bitch, you gave him that gun. That's what happened. And you want to sit there and lie about that. That's bullshit. But that's besides the point, so.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I mean, I have to. Because this movie talks about mental issues. This movie talks about social issues. This movie talks about talks about rich versus poor. This movie is basically of the alt-right Trump supporters and the far left. That's what basically this movie is basically talking about. At least that's how I feel. And it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good social movie. It's a good movie with social issues that are discussed in the movie. And I love it. What do you think of Joker, man?
Yeah, I love it too. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was great. If y'all haven't seen it, check it out for yourself. Come on. You're a Joker fan. If you know the Batman thing, and of course, it does mention the Wayne family. And of course, that part about the Martha and Thomas dying. well, that was the Bruce comes Batman. So
Yeah, that always show. Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry for talking over you. But that always shows up in every Batman comic you have ever heard of. That has always been the situation in every Batman film that you have ever heard of. That has also been an idea in Batman the Animated Series, stuff like that, like cartoons that deal with Batman and stuff like that. And also Gotham. Also, if you guys have ever seen the show Gotham, that happens in there too. So yeah, it's not the first time that's happened with Thomas and Martha Wayne and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to put that out there.
So definitely. So yeah, exactly. So, and we all know we talked about it before. There was different stories how who did it, who murdered Wayne, who murdered Bruce Wayne's parents. There was different versions of it. Like it was a thug, a random thug. It was Joker that day. You know what I'm saying? So there was, a lot of emphasis with that. But anyway, again, if you haven't seen this movie Joker, go see it for yourself. And again, just gotta give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's not out of controversy, but don't worry about that part. It's a movie. It's for entertainment purposes. Watch it. Check it out.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it before. Me and him give it a 10 out of 10. It's a really good movie.
Yes, we did.
Y'all guys should watch it. If you have not seen it, watch The Son of a Bitch.
Definitely.
It's going to be coming out on the 27th of May on HBO Max. If you guys have HBO Max, watch it on there. It came out. It just barely showed up on HBO. So if you want to watch it on HBO, you can. On HBO Go, they have the movie there on HBO Go. So that is going to be it for now. Coming up next, me and Knight are going to give our discussion about Scoob.
Yes, the 2020 known as Scoob.
There's going to be a lot of spoilers in that one. And me and Knight, how can I put it in the way you can understand it? Me and him are a little bit not happy about that movie. So
yeah, and yes, I've seen it. So yeah, it's gonna be a good movie. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so yeah, Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight out of 7. Sorry. So I'm Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight out of 7. We'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace. Sorry, guys.